Welcome to CHMA, broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You are listening either on 106.9 FM in the Tantramartiarians area or at www.chmafm.com.
Is that on the internet?
That is on the internet.
It's amazing what they can do.
Hopefully you have the internet, especially if you're listening to this. Hey, this is ground control at YMC Midgic Airport. You are joining myself, Air Traffic Controller Thomas.
And me, Air Traffic Controller Luke.
Join us for the next hour as we watch the skies, listen to some tunes, chat, and we'll be done by and by. Salute!
Yeah, man.
There's still no snow.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm prepared to give it like one more week, and I'm gonna make the weather report saying snow is coming. Prepare yourselves.
Yeah.
But listen, man, if it doesn't get here soon, I'm just gonna call it.
I think we need to just assume if we're gonna get snow now, it's gonna be a nuclear winter.
Well, a lot of people might. Yeah, I can't say I'm rooting for that level of winterness. But I mean, if it does, I really like root vegetables.
That's a good thing about where we are. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff that I like I could probably live off of just like potatoes, onions, and garlic for the rest of my life. And irradiated deer.
Huh.
I could probably hunt a deer.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying I would. I'll take that back. I could hunt anything.
Listen, you're an intelligent guy. If you put your mind to it, no doubt.
I'm not saying I would successfully hunt it, but I can hunt anything.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, let's just we're not in studio currently.
This is not quite live.
Not quite live.
It's live adjacent.
I am honestly just very annoyed. We are about 25 minutes after our last show, and I spent 25 minutes trying to get this set up here at the studio at CHMA. And
you mean at Midgic Air Traffic Control Tower?
Of course, that's what I mean. I will be this Midgic. Yes, we went to a different room in Midgic Airport, and the technology in this room has just been making me angry the whole time.
Broadcasting almost live from the supply closet at the Midgic Airport Air Traffic Control Terminal.
Let's just play a song. Hey.
Yeah, man.
You know that song that you just listened to 1,000 times while I was sound testing?
Yeah, can I hear that one more time, but in its entirety?
Yeah,
and you could maybe tell me what it is?
This is a song called Popcorn. It is by St. John artist Sadie. Sadie and I went to high school together. Sadie was playing all over the Maritimes. Has played, what's that festival in St. John with the container ships and stuff?
506.
Yeah, played Area 506 once or twice as an opening act. So here is Popcorn by Sadie.
If I were
popcorn is one of my favorite snacks, and the whole time through that tune, I was like,
I like popcorn.
I like popcorn a lot.
Popcorn is pretty great.
There's a big debate in my family. It's a growing debate in my family about the best way to prepare popcorn.
Okay.
My brother, one of my brothers, is convinced it's air popped, with the machine that spins it around.
Now, is that pocket cheese?
That is my younger brother, yes.
Okay, yeah.
So, and I can see where he's coming from because, he's got one of, the rings that indicates he's an engineer.
Oh, yeah, those iron things.
And I think if you're basing your criteria for popcorn on popping the most kernels of corn, the most complete pop, and that's like a pretty engineering way of looking at it, then that might make the best popcorn.
Of course.
If that's your criteria. Yeah. But I choose to believe that popcorn should be based on flavor.
Interesting.
Yes, because it's the thing you eat.
Interesting, yes.
And that would be my criteria for it. And I'm a big believer in popping it in a pot, stovetop. Yeah. Get the oil good and hot. You get that. I don't know. You get crunchier kernels.
Yeah, that's what we do in my household.
Yeah.
Now we do have, interestingly enough, we have a microwave bowl.
Yeah, I've seen those. I know they exist, but I don't own a microwave.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Yeah. No, the microwave bowl works really, really well for us.
All right.
And do you know what else works well?
Segues into discussions about sports.
That's exactly what works well.
We bring you the best segues of any radio program on the air on a Sunday night at 6:00.
That is correct. All of that is correct. Hey, have you heard of Alpine Motorsports?
Are they an organization based in Halifax around speedy cars?
No, they are. I think
that might have been Alpine Motors.
French.
Okay.
A French organization, leaders in custom engine tuning for BMWs, Audi, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren's, and Lamborghinis.
I think you meant McLaren's, but go on.
McLaren's.
Well, that's a magazine.
McCain's.
No, that's a French fry.
They're all the same.
Yep. All right. What about Alpine Motorsport?
They have partnered with Gentle Mates to form a Rocket League team.
I don't know what any of that means.
Well, the Alpine brand has long been established in sports cars.
The beer?
No, the motorsports. We were
Alpine or Alpina?
It looks like Alpine to me. Is it Alpine?
It does. Okay, go on. I guess I'm not really up on getting my supercars tuned, but...
the company has run Alpine esports series in sim racing for the last 3 years. Moreover, Alpine competes in F1 sim racing and other competitions with its own sim racing esports team.
All right.
The automotive company has also sponsored the Blast.TV Paris major in CSGO, that's Counter-Strike Go, in becoming the official automotive and motorsport partner of the final stages of the major. Gentle Mates, on the other hand, was only recently founded in April 2023, so less than a year ago, a trio of French influencers with significant fan base on YouTube with the local esports space. The organization has quickly found success in Valorant. I think that's a game. Becoming the 2023 French Valorant League Spring and Summer Champions.
You're telling me about a sport which is a video game which you don't even know, and you tried to trick me in with automotive content.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting rooked here.
Alongside Wing, the VCT EMEA League. We all know what that is. Gentle Mates has claimed it is dedicated to its French roots. See, I'm trying to get some French content in here as well. Just a different type of French content. And has continued to stick with his commitment to the French esports scene through its expansion into Rocket League. Now, I do know that, and that's a game that I've played with my buddy Ivan before. The partnership opens up new doors. It's like soccer, but you take cars and kind of like you try to get into the goal.
Oh, there was a automotive television show that did that years ago with real cars. Yeah,
that sounds dope.
Yeah,
what happened to that?
It was the history of Top Gear is we could do a documentary about the show, but
I didn't
we
know it
won't
was
do
on
it
Top
tonight.
Gear. I did know. I have watched that a few times.
Yeah.
The partnership opened up new doors for both parties because neither company has participated in Rocket League until now. The three CEOs of Gentle Mates, Lucas Squeezy Hutchhoward. I don't know. That's a French name. Do you know how would you say?
I can't see the screen from here, man.
Super
Sorry.
fair. Quarantine Gadaga Hussein and Kevin Brox Georges put out a joint statement about the partnership. They said, "We look forward to embarking on this new adventure with Alpine and writing a new chapter in the history of Gentle Mates." Yeah, no, I 100% brought this in because it was like motorsports and French content, and I don't know any of these esport things, man.
I mean, okay, it's good. It's better than some of the air quote sports you've tried to learn me on. But
what do you mean?
Listen. You want to stick with some French content here? I could actually give us a half decent segue.
Sure.
Because we'll go into my French tune for tonight, and I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna get in the way back machine here, and I'm gonna take you back to like me in high school in rural New Brunswick.
Okay.
You know, get in a car and drive an hour and a half north of here, and you go to Saint Louis de Kent.
Oh, yeah.
A small French town where I went to high school.
Yes.
And you know, the music when you're in high school is going to be strange regardless. It doesn't matter. English high school, French high school. You're going to get your metalheads. You're going to get your classic rock people, and you're going to get your country people. And then people are going to listen to what they're going to listen to. But I only remember two standouts, really, outside of the norm in high school. And one is a link that I still haven't fully put together. And we've discussed this before, the link between the Acadians and bluegrass.
Yes.
Huge bluegrass following. Very, very strange to me. And it's fine. We play more than our share of bluegrass here. And, it's good toe tapping music.
Yeah.
But the other thing was Caillouche. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with his name.
Now, I know Caillou, the little baby.
Entirely different.
A bald head who just complains about everything.
No, entirely different. So Caillouche was an Acadian folk artist. Still is, as far as I know.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up. I don't know if he's still performing. But Caillouche would travel from Frolic to Frolic, from the French folk music shows, and do shows on standalone shows. And come to find out years later, when I was working in the Magdalen Islands, they were like, "Oh, this is where you're from. Do you know Caillouche?" Because the Magdalen Islands out in the middle of the ocean, like not a lot of musical acts get there. And before there were big government subsidies to help them get arts and culture out there, which they have now, very few artists came, but they were like, "Yeah, man, Caillouche used to just like come over and play us shows for a week."
That's awesome.
And it's like, all right. So like that rose a stock. And like now, you get a little older. And at the time, it wasn't music I was really interested in.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I can remember being like walking through town on lunch break and people like saying, "Oh, we saw Caillouche roll through town on his Harley."
Yeah.
And like, this was a large man, large beard, tank of beer strapped to the thing. It was like, oh man, like this guy's like a full-fledged Acadian folk hero in the town I went to school with. And it was, it's weird. So when I was looking for some Francophone content this week, I'm not sure what brought up the Caillouche, but I went and listened to a couple Caillouche tunes and was like, it's strange. And even now looking, you go on unnamed streaming sites.
Yes.
And you pull up these tunes, and it's like, man, this guy from like nowhere, New Brunswick, has like a couple million streams.
That's dope.
And anyway, so which Caillouche tune did I put on the playlist? I can't even.
Pierre,
Grand-Père Joe. Grandfather Joe.
I'm trying my best.
I know that. Listen, I wasn't doing it to judge you. I was just.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna ride out our one good segue of the night and play you some Caillouche.
Here we go.
mort, m'a laissé ses richesses, m'a laissé ses pantoufles, pis ses dents, pis sa veste. Mais ça qui m'a laissé, ça y a pas coûté cher. Ben j'ai su par après que c'était le dentier de mon grand-père. Mon grand-père, mon grand-père, vive mon grand-père Joe, c'était un beau bonhomme. Beau, grand pis gros, il y avait Donna, pis Albert, pis son frère Léo. Ça c'était la famille de grand-père Joe. Il assommait un bœuf avec son poing rien que pour le fun. Il était fort comme un ours, puis il courait comme un joual. Mais il a jamais travaillé parce qu'il disait que ça y faisait mal. Mon grand-père, vive mon grand-père Joe, c'était un beau bonhomme. Beau, grand pis gros, il y avait Donna, pis Albert, pis son frère Léo. Ça c'était la famille de grand-père Joe. Ça c'était une bonne femme. Quand ce grand-père Joe est mort, ça a trouvé un autre homme. Il s'appelait Odilin, elle disait qu'il était beau. Mais pour moi il remplacera jamais mon grand-père Joe. Mon grand-père, vive mon grand-père Joe, c'était un beau bonhomme. Beau, grand pis gros, il y avait Donna, pis Albert, pis son frère Léo. Ça c'était la famille de grand-père Joe. Mon grand-père, vive mon grand-père Joe, c'était un beau bonhomme. Beau, grand pis gros, il y avait Donna, pis Albert, pis son frère Léo. Ça c'était la famille de grand-père Joe. Ouais, ça c'était la famille de grand-père Joe.
I like it.
Yeah. That was like... There was a couple other songs, but... And more popular songs, but I don't know.
Sure.
That was the one I went with. That's Cayush. So someday you'll be somewhere and someone will, mention Cayush and you'll have a little nugget.
Yeah.
Back your brain.
So, I'm accidentally stepping on your toes, I realized.
Yes.
Oh, man. We didn't have time to do last show.
What didn't we have time to do last show?
We didn't get to do a Don Cherry update.
Oh, gosh. I'm so disappointed. Actually, the last Don Cherry update we did on the jazz trumpet player was the best one by far.
You know what? I actually do have more. I had two Don Cherry updates. One was about Don Cherry and the other was about Don Cherry.
Yeah. Could we have one about the Don Cherry who is not frequently associated with hockey?
We'll see how I'm feeling near the end of the show if I'm going to go
right.
Don Cherry. But what I was about to say, it's like I didn't know I was about to step on your feet because I'm going to do local news, and my local news is stepping on your gold star.
You saw my show notes, and now you're like... This has happened a few times where we bring similar things, very similar to the table.
So I'm going to let you we're going to go a little out of order.
We're gonna give. Can I get my gold star beforehand?
I'm going to let you do your gold star before I get into my local news.
You
And I'll
know,
still do my gold star later, but
sometimes in the world, you've heard of the world's second most famous large flightless bird, Big Bird.
oh yes,
Yes, quite.
the large one went to space.
Might have. He did a lot of things.
Has
Large,
a
yellow
very-
fella.
Everyone thought it was an imaginary friend, but it wasn't actually an imaginary
Oh, the
friend.
snuffleupagus.
Yeah, real,
Yeah.
by the way. Came out that...
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So obviously second only to Shep the Sandpiper from
Yes.
Dorchester.
Yes.
Who, was famous before some turmoil this summer. But, winning was getting pretty ragged. Like a lot of celebrities, I mean, fame takes its toll on
Totally.
on a bird just like it does on a person, I
Yeah.
believe. So through a series of
Woody
events,
Woodpecker.
what happened to Woody Woodpecker?
Oh, you don't want to know?
Oh. So anyway, I'm glad you jumped ahead, so I can give my gold star to
Yeah.
Shep, who's getting the makeover and went to rehab.
Yeah.
Fix to be a better ambassador for Dorchester.
Yeah, and it I've seen the remodel of Shep.
Yeah.
and looks great. Shep's looking great.
Shep's gonna look great.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was gonna give my gold star out to the most famous local giant bird.
So, local news. I'm going to talk about a counselor.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to try to keep names. Well, do I need to? It's like I'm not, because it's quite open. Names,
Shep's
actually.
name?
Well, not Shep, but
The counselor's name.
the counselor's name. So it's Counselor Debbie Wiggins Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh no. I'm gonna have to prepare the rant off button
You're
turn
right,
your
you are.
rant off. I can tell it now. You're already getting
100%.
heated.
I am. So
Okay.
Counselor Debbie Wiggins was one of the counselors in Dorchester before Amalgamation is now one of the councils of Tantramar.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, she was the mayor of Dorchester and is
Right.
now one of the
Counselors.
of Tantramar.
Okay.
And apparently, she broke some rules of council.
Okay.
And you know what? This has happened a lot in our community, Sackville, and then Tantramar.
Counselors breaking rules.
Well, yeah, like Counselor Bruce Finney.
Yes.
Twice in the last few years has gone through disciplinary motions and stuff, and it's hit the news.
Yeah.
And just and it's all about Shep. Like the majority of the whatever.
Counselor Finney's problems are about Shep?
No, Counselor Debbie Wiggins. Like the problems essentially brought to council were like her getting the refurbishment of Shep.
Broke the rules
Broke
in the
some-
Shep makeover.
Apparently, Apparently, no details. This is Work Times. Shout out Bruce Work. No details of the seven violations were disclosed in the disciplinary motion passed by the Wiggins Caldwell Council colleagues on the 14th of November. Only vague references to sections of the code that mention, quote unquote, respecting the decision-making process, end quote, quote, adhering to policies, procedures, and bylaws, end quote, and, quote, improper use of influence, end quote. Here's the thing. The town of Tantramar
Yeah.
spent $19,000 for an outside agency to come in and find out if there was any violations of the code of conduct.
Oh.
So we paid $20,000 for this investigation.
Oh, dear.
And behind closed doors, we're like, okay, yeah, Debbie's guilty. And now have refused to make the details public.
Oh, it's one of these situations.
Yeah. And look,
Yeah. Go on.
I just think I won't have to bleep myself out, but it's bird, right?
Yeah.
It's an awesome fucking bird.
I just gave that bird
I
a
know,
gold star.
It's an fucking bird.
Yeah.
And I think it's great.
It may not be Nakawick's biggest axe.
Yeah, but it's a great bird.
It's good. It's the best large bird we have around.
And
I mean, there's that one in Olac, and it's okay, but
we got a better bird.
yeah.
And, like, why are we paying $20,000 to say, like, hey, Debbie, you didn't follow the dots and the I's and the T's of this council, when it's about, like, tourism and a bird and actually something good for our community? And then why aren't you releasing the report?
You're going to have to be, like, on that bleeping button.
Honestly, very angry.
Yeah, it's...
Like, if you dum-dums
it's disheartening.
if you're going to spend 20,000 taxpayer dollars for an outside agency to come in and do a report on misconduct by a counselor
with taxpayer money.
With taxpayer money.
Taxpayers best be able to read the report.
Yes, especially when it's over something that is, like, good for the community. Like, it's not like... Anyway... I think it's ridiculous. I think there's whatever's happened, I think there's, I don't know. I don't know what's happening in council. I don't know why so many disciplinary hearings are happening. I don't know why we're spending so much money to outside agencies about this code of conduct. And, just everything about it is annoying.
Okay. I can tell you're worked up about it.
I am.
Yeah.
I want to run for council myself.
Oh.
You heard it here first.
Okay. I'm not stopping you.
I know.
Because I don't think this is a good point you brought in.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just...
We don't have time.
Just making you pump the brakes because you can't go on and on.
No, we can't, and I already made the point, and I'm angry.
I can't even remember what I was supposed to bring for news now. So,
you want to just move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Here's a song.
It's gonna be rough for you. I'll come back when I remember my news story.
You can do news when I'm doing my gold star. We'll just mess everything up this week.
Okay.
Here's a song that calm us down. We talked about Ishike before. I went to high school with Ishike. Great electronic artist, has had his work looked at by, like, Timberland and stuff. Here is a song called Music for the Wii. This is Music for the Wii.
Huh? 27 hours, I like it like that. Yeah, I'm sick and tired, but I like it like that. Like that, yeah, I rock it like that. You know I'm in this on the other side. Wake up in the morning and I'm wishing on a Monday. Get back in the morning, where you at? 27 hours, I like it like that. Like that.
Out of greed and a G, I want everything from me. How you text another dude, but still don't have the time for me. I'm a king, where's my crown? Diamonds dancing all around. You used to be the one, but now you got me down and out. Over the sea, ay, I got too much on my mind, make believe. I just wanna hang with you, I just wanna chill out. I've been drinking a lot, that's why I'm here now.
Catch you all the time online. It's fine, yeah. Yeah. Got me going, oh why, another lie. 'Cause you know it's 3605. Got me going like,
oh no, here we go again.
27 hours, I like it like that. Yeah, I'm sick and tired, but I like it like that. Like that, yeah, I rock it like that. You know I'm in this on the other side. Wake up in the morning and I'm wishing on a Monday. Get back in the morning, where you at? 27 hours, I like it like that. Like that.
We're setting records for the show. That's
what we do here. Hey, I'm going to give my gold star.
Ah.
So
What's your gold star this week?
So Thursday night, my loving and beautiful wife gets a text.
Yeah.
Glowing Embers here in town.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we had a cancellation. Can we come to your house and set up some stuff tomorrow and install some heat pumps? And we're like, yeah, sure. And they came in and they were awesome and they loved our dog and they were super respectful and got 3 heat pumps up and working and running, and we chatted with them for a bit, and just like my gold star is Glowing Embers here in town. Great little business. Super professional.
Yeah. Good group of guys.
Good group of guys.
I've dealt with them before.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So, if you're looking to get a heat pump installed, like, hey, they were, I really can't give a better shout out. We did a whole bunch of different quotes around both the Tantramar and Amherst areas. They were the best ones and with the best product. And they were just super awesome to work with. So.
Yeah, it's always nice when you get like really good service in a thing that could be easily the opposite.
Yeah.
Right? Like, especially when people are coming into your home, it's always a little like, but
so that is
good for them.
That is our second gold star.
Did you have them listening to CHMA radio while they were doing it?
I did not.
That would have been like a killer segue into a show.
That would have been a killer segue. I wasn't. But hey, do you know what you can do on Mondays at 8 p.m.? That's tomorrow night.
That is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, actually just around this time, they'll probably be sitting in the booth getting ready. CC, Sebastian, and Diego are going to be in the booth. Can't find something good to listen to? Check out some neat variety of music in more than one language and very casual small talk with your favorite Latinos in the world. CC, Sebastian, Diego in Spanish Bombs.
Folks, let me tell you that, like, Thomas and I usually prepare our plugs and stuff differently in our articles so we can get some genuine reaction, like one from the other. And he didn't know that I was coming in tonight to plug Francophone.
Okay.
Which is it's Wednesdays at 3. You can tune in for an hour of Francophone music.
Nice.
All types of Francophone music. And as you well know, I try, maybe not weekly here, to get up a French tune on. But more often than not, we at least throw one in the mix just to, keep things interesting.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a whole hour of that, tune in Wednesdays at 3.
We, every week we try to get, some Francophone music, some music of, some minority group representation as well.
Yeah.
There's a little
bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Out here at the airport.
Yeah. Peel back the curtain just for a second. Hey, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. with John and Brian, we have Selective Memory. In the mood for some hot wax and hijinks, then tune into Canada's flagship father and son campus community radio show. That's great.
I've heard these guys while I've been out working in the garage. They're good. They got like A-grade banter going on.
I hope they would.
Yeah.
Exclusive to CHMA, Selective Memory is your first choice for family fun as the dynamic duo duke out over the airwaves. Whether it's John Joke of the Week or solving our case of mistaken identity, there's always something for everyone. CHMA-anigans abound. Oof.
Yeah.
You got one more?
No. Was I supposed to have 2?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm back in school sometimes.
Every week we're supposed to do 4, bud. I'll do one more.
Man, it's, you know what? Just go for the breakfast show, the morning show. Because, every morning you turn it on, there's things going on here.
But I don't want to. I don't want to plug that.
And the morning show is important. I think that's, traditionally a very popular radio time.
I don't want to plug that.
You don't want to plug the morning? It's because you're not listening in the morning.
I do listen in the morning.
It wasn't meant to be accusatory.
I listen in the morning.
It's not your fault.
So I drive quite a ways for work.
Yes.
And I listen to CHMA every morning.
Okay.
Until I do not receive the broadcast anymore. And then I switch to CBC 1 usually.
There you go.
But sometimes I switch to CBC 2 depending on how early I am, because I like to feel smart and do when they do their, oh my goodness, what's it called? Their little pop history trivia one.
Oh, they're like play it by ear.
Play it by ear. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they give you like 2 hints at a song and
and
they
a
make
time, and you kinda...
guess what year it was.
Oh, there
And
you
I'm
go.
pretty good at it. Anyway, hey, check out Cantaloupe Island. So you will need to check the schedule at cmhfm.com. But Cantaloupe Island is your destination for the finest jazz selections ever recorded, and you have to check the schedule regularly for show times. Hey, we got another tune.
Do we?
Yeah, what do you want to play?
Oh man, I don't even know what's on there. Give me some acoustic. Didn't we have like some Trues?
Sing Your Heart Out.
Yeah.
By the Trues.
That's a tune, man. The Trues are one of those bands we've talked about it before, but like when I was a bit younger, they were just one of those bands who were touring nonstop in the area.
Yes.
So I don't know how many nights that like you'd want to go out and do a place, and then you'd find out it's like, yeah, you go out for wings, and it's like, oh, the Trues are playing like 3 doors down. You want to go see the Trues for $7? So it's like, yeah.
Being they are from Antigonish. Of course, I lived there for 6 years. I've seen the Trues numerous times.
Yes.
But the Trues for you is Joel Plaskett for me. I think I've said multiple times, even on air, that there was a period of 3 or 4 years that I would just be out to dinner at a pub or, out to dinner at literally anywhere. Or just like walking uptown St. John. It's like, oh, there's Joel Plaskett playing. Like,
good on him.
Go to Antigonish. It's like, oh, he's at the Golden Axe Inn. Go to Halifax. It's like, well, he's at Propeller. Just like, I would just like go everywhere. And,
well, listen, you can do a lot worse. We haven't played Plaskett in a while. We should throw a Plaskett tune on sometime soon.
You know what? We might. I think we have one more after this.
All right.
So, oh no.
Anyway, we'll go with the Trues first.
We don't. This is our last song for the evening. Okay. We'll do Sing Your Heart Out by the Trues. And you know what? I promise to get you a real good Joel Plaskett deep cut for next week.
All right.
But here's Sing Your Heart Out by the Trues.
This one's called Sing Your Heart Out. Leave the ghosts that are holding you, babe. Bury them in a paper bag. Put them down in a no more grave. You'll be down when your mother finds out you're not the girl that she wants to. Now you're gonna find your own way. You deserve the best. You should expect nothing less. We can live and bless if we just say yes. On a night like this, life could change with a kiss. If you don't second guess and you go with it and you sing your heart out, sing your heart out, drive them blues away. Sing your heart out, sing your heart out. You got more to say. I got a car and some money to spend. We could run with the best of them if you let me steal you away. From the clouds with the small town views, everyone thinking they know you, but we know that there's just no way. Sing your heart out, sing your heart out, drive them blues away. Sing your heart out, sing your heart out, you got more to say. You're my motorcycle mama, and I love you like no other. Meet me don't second guess. And you go with that. And you sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. Drive them blues away. Sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. You got more to say. Sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. Drive them blues away. Sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. You got more to say. You're my motorcycle mama, and I love you like no other. Meet me out by the old highway. Thank you.
See, being a Sunday night show, I choose tracks. It's just a little tamer than some others.
I'm gonna bring.
Not pointing fingers at any other hosts here.
Hey, I'm bringing back some sludge metal next week. That's what I'm doing.
Bog metal.
Yeah, I think it was both, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was something.
was
I had no
great.
idea there was such hard metal coming out of PEI.
Hey, we totally skipped over what you're reading. Hey, man, what are you reading?
Our show order this week, man, both of our listeners are going to be just pissed.
Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Matthew. I don't even think my wife's listening.
That's okay. She listens to you plenty.
Oh, yeah, she does, unfortunately, for her. What are you reading?
You know what I'm reading? My one of my brothers bought me a book for Christmas. The Norm Macdonald's Not a Memoir. He wrote this. I want to say like 2014, 2016, somewhere in there. And let me tell you, Norm. Like I knew, and it says going in, this is fictionalized. These are like take this as stories, but he Dickensed me so hard. Like the start of the book was so very like funny, but also like troubling that I had to go and look up some independent facts like on his actual young life. Yeah, to just be like. I don't know if I was looking to make myself feel better to know, like a lot of artists have troubled backgrounds, right? Totally. Yeah. So, and he wrote it so convincingly that it's like, oh, this could have really been, his upbringing.
Norm Macdonald was, and I don't say this for a lot of people, especially in when I reach outside of my own expertise in music, but Norm Macdonald was a genius. Yeah, and it's funny reading up on him outside of that, and I mean, without fail, I tried to look at stuff from articles and interviews from a few years ago before his passing because after he passed, everyone's like, well, he's the greatest ever. But independent of that, anything you could find that's older was just like Norm made it look easy because he was so intelligent and his reads on things you'll see to this day were like, okay, like he, and not only was he genius, just completely uncompromising. Oh, and then part of that is probably why he's so offensive. And listen, there's things he said and jokes he made that they're so offensive. Yes, but his own unique delivery. And I mean, for people listening who don't immediately jump to Norm Macdonald, who's that? I mean, maybe know the name, but like if you Google it and once you see him, once you hear his voice, you'll know it was him. Yeah. You'll recognize it because it's so unique and the delivery, so dry, for lack of a better word, or so pointed that it's like,
ugh,
one of the driest people alive.
Yeah, was.
Yes.
So
and just his absolute and the Weekend Update segment on SNL.
Yes.
Mainstay, obviously, you know, and then at the very beginning of the show, they did Weekend Update with, oh my goodness, old curmudgeon that everyone hates.
You'll need to be more specific.
I know.
Not Alec Baldwin,
he's a
but
terrible,
he was. I think
human being.
I think Alec Baldwin was before. Norm.
He was on Community.
Oh, yep. I know exactly who you mean. I can't remember it either. But anyway.
But, you know, there's been ups and downs for Weekend Update. But I think, and don't get me wrong, because like Michael Che and Colin Jost, who do it now, are so funny.
Yeah.
Incredible. But no one ever quite did it like Norm. And Norm, I think, is still the standard for a lot of like comedy, kind of like talk radio, like
the super dry. And I think what the bar is there is like, there's that discussion we had about shock comedy, right? And there's tons of shock comedy out there, and it's probably a lot of it is on modern. You know, this is my take on new news, and you know, I'm going to give a controversial take, and controversy is going to get the laugh. But a lot of times it's just people stating the controversy, and it's not really bringing the laugh. Yeah. Whereas Norm's magic was he'd take you by the hand and walk you right up to the laugh and let you go. You know, he'd paint you the picture. Yeah. And he didn't need to deliver it with flair because the picture was so clear in his mind and he could articulate it that it's like,
And I think one of the greatest, again, if I go back to the uncompromising, he got fired from SNL specifically for all of the OJ jokes. Yep. So O.J. Simpson, he was relentless.
Yeah, he makes there's written up a fictionalized events in his book about that. Yeah,
yeah, but like that's legitimately why he got fired. It's because Lorne Michaels and NBC were like, you need to cut out the OJ jokes, and he was like, okay, and then just kept
digging. Yeah,
you couldn't tell him not to do anything. Yeah, he was just going to do.
But same thing. Like he was making jokes about Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah,
like early and hard, and came to be that was like
true,
all true. So it's like you know, man.
The funny thing is like you know he kind of severed this relationship with NBC, severed this relationship with Lorne Michaels, the producer of Saturday Night Live, and he still came back to host like 6, 7, 8 times after that. Like, he's just like he was so funny. Yeah. And he every time he was on Conan O'Brien
just kills.
Oh, the Conan again talking about comedians and just creative people. Conan is also a genius, and just having Conan be the sounding board for Norm Macdonald is incredible because Conan every time he's like, this won't be able to go to air. Like Conan knows that it's just going to be so close to not being able to be even on television.
I've been getting along with myself so well, learning how love would talk and walk and smell. I've been looking and seeing and hearing lots, and I've been learning what you really meant by love. I've been slowing way down so things aren't blurry, thinking about how time moves at the same old speed. I've been wondering and dreaming, forgetting lots, remembering sadly the things I've been taught. Why did I sit down beside you? Our arms touched and we didn't move.
Hey, do you know what we forgot? So I'm going to do right now.
What did we forget?
Don Cherry update last episode. So,
all right.
Hey, this is actually brand new Don Cherry news.
Okay.
So, Councillor Dennis campaigns to have Don Cherry appointed to the Order of Canada. You brought up the Order of Canada.
Yes. A couple weeks ago.
For Michael de Adder.
Yes.
And so Sarnia City and Lambton County Councillor Bill Dennis wants Don Cherry to be appointed to the Order of Canada, which is hilarious because he filed a motion for consideration at the city council meeting to write a letter to the federal government and opposing parties, and also
where is this councillor from?
He's in Ontario somewhere. To be distributed among the provincial government and other municipalities for support. So this city councillor, he filed a motion for his city to write letters to the federal government, opposition parties, and other municipalities to be like, hey, we should all band together and get Don Cherry into
the Order of Canada.
The Order of Canada. Dennis admits Cherry is a polarizing figure to some.
Yeah.
And, quote, I know a little bit about that myself. He's not for everyone, but the thing is, no one can deny his love for this country. This guy's just like, I am Don Cherry. I
want to be. Anyway,
well,
you know what? I'm super glad we live in a country where there can be figures like that. That's all I'm going to say.
And I think it's funny that this man is using his political office to try to get Don Cherry in the Order of Canada. Because I think if I was in political office, I would probably use it to better the community I was in.
Bold take.
I know, right? Hey, do you know what else? Here's a Don Cherry update. Don Cherry's last band reunites in Berkeley. That's the College of Music. For the first time since the jazz great died 3 decades ago. Of course.
That was Don Cherry we learned about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. This
with the
is Don Cherry. The pocket trumpet.
Pocket trumpet, yeah.
So this is, of course, Don Cherry, not the hockey commentator and coach. This is Don Cherry, the free jazz legend. So his trio, his last trio, I should say, that recorded his album Multiculti, got back together this week. So that is drummer Josh Jones, bassist Bo Freeman, and multi-instrumentalist Peter Alfbaum got together as the Multiculti trio for the first time since they served as Cherry's final band in the mid-90s. It's a band that toured all around the world, but didn't really tour all that much in New York or in Brooklyn. A lot of jazz. Really, New York is then and still is the epicenter of jazz for the entire world.
More so than Montreal?
Yes.
More so than Havana?
Yes. Huh. More so than St. Petersburg.
Really? I don't associate New York with jazz.
With jazz? Really?
Yeah, no, it's not a line I draw.
Huh. Yeah, no, jazz is, if you want to make it in jazz.
If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere?
No. There isn't anywhere else.
Oh.
Yeah, no. If you want to make it in jazz,
you go to New York.
Pretty much go to New York, or there are other avenues. I'm being a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's exceptions to most every rule.
Yes, but if you are someone in jazz, you cut your teeth, which is what we call it in New York.
That expression isn't jazz specific.
No, I know.
But yeah, all right. Well, I learned 2 things tonight.
Yeah, anyway, Multiculti got together and was doing some shows in New York, which
banging
is really,
out
really
some
cool.
wild jazz.
It would be wild jazz. Hey.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for listening.
Are we tuning out already?
Yeah, man. Thank you, CHMA, for hosting and broadcasting. You can check them out at chma.com and either CHMA or CHMAFM on all the socials. You can check us out at midgicairport.com. Please do. And you can visit our merch store there. And you can give us a shout out on all the socials too at Midgic Airport, except on X, formerly known as Twitter, where we are at Midgic_Airport. Hey, Luke, have you checked out our new gaming channel yet on YouTube?
No,
You literally can't at the time we are recording, actually.
because it doesn't exist.
Well,
am
no.
I gonna have to play games on it?
You can if you want.
But I don't have to.
No.
Thank goodness.
No, actually, the first episode drops tomorrow.
Ooh,
Yeah, which will be 6 days ago for the people listening right now.
time is funny.
Time is funny, but a new episode drops every single morning, so you can take a watch and listen, part of your morning routine or any part of your daily routine, really. So yeah, check out our new gaming YouTube channel at Midgic Airport, where there are daily uploads. You can catch myself and internet technology specialist Sean and Jay playing Pokemon Red. Do you want to play a game?
You know what? I think I'll pass.
Okay, well, if you ever change your mind,
Okay.
let me know. We can play a game. We can get some Mario Kart going. Mm-hmm. Record that. Finally, if you miss what?
Nothing.
If you miss an episode of our show, you can catch us anywhere where you get your podcasts. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Deezer. We are on YouTube.
Is that on the internet?
All of those are on the internet. Hey,
Incredible.
If you miss an episode of this show and you don't have the internet and you only listen to us on radio, reach out to CHMA and I will get you your own physical copy.
Cassette tape?
Well, I was going to say any medium that you want. I can get you cassette tapes. I can get you CDs. I could print you vinyls.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, if you really want to listen to this show,
if it was life-changing for you,
yeah,
and you want to share it with someone you know,
and you do not have the internet, we can make that happen for you. Hey, signing off.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.